Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I'm going to do a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Take a step aside to let spirit pass through. All right. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations. All of that really does help out the channel. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Come through, spirit. What needs to be okay? Oh, Lord, goodness gracious. Okay, that's it. All right, let's do this. So, the card that came out is from Animal I Have Become by 3 Days Grace. So, the part of that song that I wrote down was it's the chorus. So it's so what if you can see the darkest side of me? No one would ever change this animal I have become. Yep, I'm out of. Okay. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal. I got the message. Okay. It's interesting. I didn't know if this was going to come up or not. So before I started recording this message, I was guided to pull my song lyric deck. This one, singing a cappella is a different beast than, singing with music and all of that. So I had the thought of like, are we really doing this? And then I was like, maybe I should do a different deck. Maybe I should pull a different one. And so the kind of that insecurity started to creep up. And then I was like, I did this thing that I do. I tell myself, you don't have to post it. And so what that does is that it still allows me to record the message, and then it allows me to kind of get over that hump, so to speak. So it's a way to kind of sidestep that judgy, voice basically. And 9 times out of 10, more than that, I post the videos because it's the message that is more important than if I'm, off tune, out of key, if I crack on a note or whatever. It's the message that's important. It's the message that's coming through for the collective that's important. And so, with that experience happening right before and then getting this card, what I'm feeling is that there are some of you that are, I just heard battling your demons. Okay, so basically what it is this is that it's like where we're looking in the mirror and we're seeing those aspects of the self. It's shadow work. It's seeing those aspects of the self that we're not as thrilled about. Um, yeah, it's the shadow. So it's those things that we want to deny of the self. It's that fear that and I relate to this completely. It's that, and it's the energy of like, if I allow myself to get mad, that's a scary thought. If I allow myself to feel certain emotions, that's uncomfortable. So I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to sidestep. I'm going to spiritual bypass. I'm going to, whatever. And the message here is that's part of you. Those things that you want to reject are sometimes your biggest allies. Um, So embrace it. Shift your view on it a little bit instead of being like fearful of those certain aspects of the self. Look at those aspects is what they are. And they're there to help you. They're there to for you to embrace them and to allow them in a way. It's kind of that beauty and the beast concept. It's that like know your inner self so fully, the dark and the light, to the point where you can merge them together and utilize the gifts that both of them give you. Your shadow gives you hella gifts. Okay. I haven't said hella in years, so that might be confirmation for somebody. It gives you, it really, yeah, yeah, that's what gives you sometimes that's where your fuel comes from. That's where your fire comes from. Not all the times, obviously. It's an integrated thing. So it's, a soul level fire, but those shadow elements, when you tap into them and you use them for your highest good, you no longer fear them. And then what happens is this funny integration thing where then you don't fear them anymore. And because you don't fear them anymore, you don't tap into that side in a way that freaks you out or makes you feel uncomfortable. You don't react in ways that you used to anymore because that is in check. Yeah, just like the Beauty and the Beast concept, the beast gets to know that side of him and then is able to integrate it and then turn back into the prince, basically. Like there's a whole other side of that that's kind of that process that we go through. And yeah, know your shadow's there to help you. Um it's always an opportunity when those things come up and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really like that about myself. I didn't like that reaction." That's something that you can look at and be like, okay, why did I react this way? Is it an old program? Is it something I learned from childhood? Is it something I learned from somebody around me? Is it because this is, my natural state when I'm around a certain person? Sometimes those shadow aspects pop up to be like, hey, you're in a toxic environment, you're in a toxic relationship, etc. That kind of thing. So you can start to look at it from that perspective. And that way your shadow helps you and doesn't hinder you. That way you're using that energy and that aspect of yourself for your highest purpose to step into alignment and ascend out of that fear vibration even more. Wow, that's good stuff. So yeah, don't fear those. Don't fear your dark side. And, get to know your dark side, become friends with your dark side and integrate it. And then that's when you really, can come into this wholeness energy and, operate from that space. And then when you're operating from that space, you're open to all sorts of beautiful experiences. And you also have, boundaries and things. So it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. This is awesome work. You definitely let me know in the comments below if this is you. I would love to hear about it. Or just the confirmation. You don't have to get into detail if you don't want to, but feel free to if you want to. This is a safe space to share. So just know that. Alrighty. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If you like this video, this message, you can hit that like button. If you would like to see more content from me, you can hit subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.